There's one car that made the entire world stop and ask, what is that thing? Not a Ferrari, not a Lamborghini, a Japanese car, a car that came out of nowhere and destroyed everything in its path. They called it Godzilla. This is the story of the Nissan GT-R, and why that nickname is more accurate than you think. To understand the GT-R, you have to go back to 1989. Japan was at the peak of its economic boom. Car manufacturers were competing at a level the world had never seen. Nissan wanted to build something that would prove Japanese engineering could beat anyone, including Europe. So they built the R32 Skyline GT-R. It had a 2.6-liter, twin-turbocharged, inline-six engine, what Nissan called the RB26DETT. It produced 276 horsepower officially, but tuners quickly discovered the real number was much higher. Nissan was just being modest. It also came with a revolutionary all-wheel drive system called a Tessa ETS, a system so advanced it could shift torque between wheels in milliseconds. Combined with its four-wheel steering, the GT-R handled like nothing else on the road. In 1990, the GT-R entered the Australian Touring Car Championship, and it didn't just win, it dominated. It destroyed the competition so completely that Australian fans started calling it by one name, Godzilla. Just like the monster from Japanese cinema that came out of nowhere and flattened everything in its path, the GT-R did exactly the same thing on the racetrack. The nickname spread globally almost overnight. Magazines picked it up, fans ran with it. And Nissan? They didn't fight it because honestly, it fit perfectly. Here's where the story gets even more interesting. The GT-R got banned from racing, not because it was dangerous, not because it broke any rules, but because it was simply too fast. Race organizers across Australia and Japan had to exclude it from competitions because no other car could compete with it fairly. Think about that. A production car, something you could buy from a dealership, was banned from professional racing because it was too dominant. That had never really happened before at that level. And it only made the legend grow bigger. Nissan kept evolving the GT-R through the 90s, the R32, the R33, and then in 1999, the R34. The R34 Skyline GT-R is considered by many to be the greatest version ever made. It looked aggressive, almost angry. It had a multi-function display in the dashboard that showed real-time performance data, something almost no production car had at the time. And then it became a pop culture icon. The Fast and the Furious, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo. The R34 GT-R appeared in all of them. A generation of car fans grew up idolizing this car. To this day, clean R34 GT-Rs sell for over $100,000. Some go for much more. In 2007, Nissan dropped the Skyline name and launched simply the Nissan GT-R, the R35, and it shocked the world all over again. It ran 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds. It lapped the Nürburgring faster than cars costing 3 times its price. A $70,000 car beating Porsches and Ferraris worth $200,000 or more. Godzilla was back, and it was angrier than ever. The Nissan GT-R earned its nickname the hard way by showing up, outperforming everyone, and doing it repeatedly across 3 decades. It's not just a car, it's proof that engineering and obsession can beat money and prestige. That's why they call it Godzilla. If you're a car fan, subscribe, because we're going deep into the stories behind the most legendary cars ever built. Drop a comment below. Which car should we cover next?